This is your news report and your second stimulus check update and your stimulus package update as of Wednesday, September 9th. The Senate Republicans have now released the details of their smaller stimulus package known as the Safe to Work Act. The Senate, they will be voting on this smaller stimulus package tomorrow on Thursday. Please note that the larger stimulus package negotiations, they are still ongoing between Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, and Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi. We'll also give an update on President Trump's executive order on the unemployment benefits through FEMA. President Trump has now been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Recent polls are showing that Joe Biden's lead is now widening nationally and in the key swing states. Big pharmaceutical company AstraZeneca has now halted their phase 3 trials of their COVID-19 vaccine after one of the test subjects in human trials experienced what is believed to be a serious adverse reaction. COVID-19 cases and fatalities are declining in the United States. This is your Wednesday news, and I hope you're having a very nice day. The Senate Republicans, they unveiled the details of their smaller stimulus package, which is called the Safe to Work Act. The Senate will vote on this Safe to Work Act tomorrow on Thursday. This stimulus bill was drafted by Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and Republican Senator John Cornyn from Texas. The stimulus bill is 78 pages long, and I'll save you the time, and I'll just give you the highlights. First, we'll see what is included and who will benefit. People receiving unemployment benefits would receive a $300 weekly increase until the end of the year. The self-employed and small business owners, they would receive more money in a second round of PPP money, which is forgivable loans. Businesses and schools would receive enhanced liability protection to shield them from COVID-19 related lawsuits. Parents with children would receive tax credits to cover the costs of homeschooling or private schools. The post office would get $10 billion of funding. Farmers would receive $20 billion of aid. Schools would receive $105 billion of assistance. There would be $16 billion for testing and $31 billion for COVID-19 vaccine research and development. Now let's take a look at what is lacking or missing from the stimulus package. There is nothing for essential workers in this stimulus bill. I personally want to say thank you to all essential workers. They are the unsung heroes of America, in my opinion. There's no funding for state and local governments, which means that many state and local government jobs will be at risk of being lost. There is no extension of federal student loan forbearance, and there will not be any assistance for student loans or student loan forgiveness. There is no extension of eviction protection. The CDC's order that halts evictions, which that is in effect, that is true. However, that does not cover all renters. The second stimulus check is not included in this stimulus package. This is very disappointing as President Trump, the Republicans, and the Democrats, they all claim that they support a second stimulus check. Again, this is the smaller stimulus package for $500 billion known as the skinny bill or as the Band-Aid until the politicians come to an agreement on the larger stimulus package. For that stimulus package, the Republicans' budget is set at a maximum of $1.3 trillion. And the Democrats, they want a minimum of $2.5 trillion. That's the stimulus package that does include the second stimulus check. Both sides, they have compromised from their initial positions and their initial offers. However, the gap still remains greater than $1 trillion, so they still have a ways to go in the negotiation process. If you would like to see a written summary of this smaller stimulus package known as the skinny bill, I'll leave the link for that information down below. For President Trump's executive order on the lost wage assistance for the federal unemployment benefits through FEMA, here's the current update. This week, Kansas, D.C., and Guam received approval for the FEMA funds. 47 states plus D.C. and Guam are now approved for the funding. California has now been approved for 2 additional weeks. So people in California, they will receive 5 weeks of payment for a total of $1,500. New York says that they are updating their computer systems and they have not issued a timeline as of yet. There is no update on Illinois' payment dates, but they said that the payments will last for 3 weeks. Florida will begin issuing the payments any day this week. Florida is currently set to issue payments for 3 weeks. In political news, after the boost from the Republican National Convention, the polls were as close as 2% between Biden and Trump. Recent polls, they're now showing that Biden's lead is expanding nationally. And more importantly, Biden's lead is now widening in 6 key swing states compared to 2 weeks ago. However, we'll need to personally run a poll again to fact check this because you need to pay attention to the details. If you look at the fine print of those polls, they say that this survey or this poll was conducted with 800 to 1,000 respondents. To me, that's not too many people, which means it leaves a wide margin of error compared to the actual results. The first presidential debate between Trump and Biden is scheduled for Tuesday, September 29th, and President Trump has now been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. A Norwegian parliament member said for President Trump's merits, he has done more trying to create peace between nations than most other Peace Prize nominees. Ben Shapiro said that Trump deserves the Nobel far more than Obama. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. I look forward to that. Let's take a look at the COVID-19 news. The United States reported 26,169 cases of COVID-19 and 434 fatalities on Tuesday. This is according to Johns Hopkins University. We all know that big pharmaceutical companies, they're all racing to be first to market with their own COVID-19 vaccine. AstraZeneca, they temporarily halted their phase 3 clinical trials in human candidates because what is believed to be a serious adverse reaction in one of the participants. This is the second time that they are pausing their clinical trials due to a potential adverse effect. We all hope that these pharmaceutical companies prioritize safety and efficacy instead of speed to markets. That's the news for today. Please check out the informational link down below and please subscribe. I'll save you some time. I'll keep you updated and I'll give you any advice when applicable. Thank you so much and please stay safe.